Hey world, and welcome to Stuff We Do, where we do all the knife stuff you love. Knife reviews, knife tests, knife modifications, and outdoor stuff with knives. Today we're looking at quite an interesting knife, multi-tool, whatever you want to call this. This is normally referred to as a hobo knife. It was not designed or produced by hobos, but the fact that it has eating utensils on it, I suppose, gave it that name. Okay. On what I was able to find out, excuse me, what I was able to find out about these things, they were made somewhere after 1950. Okay. Fake bone, it's plastic, but it looks really nice. And they were made in Japan. Somewhere on one of the big blades, it's actually printed. Over there it says Japan. Okay. So as you can see, this is a chunky thing. This is a big thing. Okay, we have a spoon, wonderful for eating, and a fork. It's not like the ones we get today, like the case Hobo knife or the other fancy ones that can take apart. This is all in one thing. You cannot take this apart. So if you are riding the rails or doing some kind of hobo activity, you have to choose. Am I going to be eating with a fork now? Take a few bites, flip it over, eat some soup on the other side, and if you need to cut something, then you're going to have to stop the whole process to get to the actual blade. One thing that I have noticed, if you use the knife, where's the knife now? If you use the knife, it's quite uncomfortable to hold it like this. So if you want to, I don't know, carve one of those sticks that you have to attach your bag to when hoboing around, it's easier to hold it like this, which looks extremely mean and menacing. But yeah, it's the easiest way to hold this without hurting your hand. Okay, let's quickly go through all the blades. We already see there's a mighty big blade on here. This thing is 8 centimeters, but if you measure it from the bottom, it's full 9, 3.5 inches, and if you measure it from there, it's 3.25 inch, I think. I really have to figure out how this inches and quarter thing works. Okay, other blades that I have on here. Let's quickly start from the side. We have this thing. Okay, now this stops like that. I don't know. According to what I know about hobos, they rode the rails after the Great Depression and, I don't know, yeah, things like that, looking for work. Also, people, I might be wrong about this, but used to be quite scared of them. When I was small, my parents told me the most horrible stories about hobos, and here in South Africa, we didn't actually have people riding the rails. We just had homeless people. But anyway, so this horrible looking blade over here might be for doing some kind of menacing evisceration, wet work, I don't know. But most likely this is to cut the foil from a cork, you know, like on those normal waitery type of knives. And it will go perfectly with the corkscrew. Quite a little weird lopsided corkscrew, but I see on all of these knives, it always looks like this. So I suppose that was just the way they made them back then. Okay, let's continue. After the murder blade, we have quite an extremely large and functional pair of scissors. Okay, these things are extremely sharp. They cut very well. The fact that this thing has been living since 1950 and it's still going strong shows you it's quite a good pair of scissors. Then, okay, I must say, there's this, I don't know if it's a saw or a fish scaler or whatever that might be, but that thing is not where it's supposed to be anymore, so it makes everything else move around. Okay, we have this thing. It almost looks like a very rudimentary crosscut saw, because it is quite sharp. I suppose you can saw like green wood or something with it. And if I look in here, I can still see pieces of wood. This thing used to belong to my grandfather, or we found it with his things after he died. I'm not sure, maybe in his hoboing days he cut down trees with this. This is definitely not a fish scaler. I don't know. Otherwise it's for extremely hardcore fish. Anyway, after that we have the big blade. We already spoke about that one. Go lie down. And then we have this, which is a all-in-one cap lifter and what do you call that? Can opener. It's quite a big one. Okay. Simple bail on this side to hang around the stick that you carry over your shoulder, next to that little bundle of treasures that people used to carry around. Then we have this thing, which I suppose is an awl. All of these things look wonky and stuff, which kinds of give it the hand-forged look to it. I don't know. I have no info on these knives. I know they are from 1950s. I know they call them hobo knives because they have a spoon and fork on them, but that's pretty much it. I know you can find them for quite cheap. I think like less than $20 US. I don't know what that is in South Africa. Anyway, so we have this awl. Then next to it we have a punch, which is extremely sharp and extremely sharp in every direction. Okay, so extremely sharp punch there. Then we have the corkscrew we already spoke about, and then a nail file. As I'm filing pieces of nail off that I broke on this thing now. Okay, a nail file, I don't know, it might be a little wood file also if you want that. And then a little, you can use this for a flat screwdriver, I suppose. Or even maybe in a pinch, shove it into a Phillips hole. Okay, so this was my hobo knife. I don't know how practical. Okay, there's a little piece missing that we can see. Some of the fake bone broke out. But this is not something that you're actually going to use. This is just something that's lying around in the collection and that we say we got from our grandfather. Okay. And he was never in Japan during World War II, so it's definitely not from there. I think the South Africans went to Italy in World War II, but that's not the point. Okay, hope you like this. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed this. Stay safe, happy, and have a good one. Bye-bye.